Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Can Mayonnaise Kill a Jedi podcast. I am your co-host, Darth Salim.
And I am your main host, the Artificial Dragon. And welcome to episode 58 of the podcast, everybody. I know this episode has been delayed by a week or so, but that's mostly because of in real life stuff. I had to do a lot of overtime my side of life, which is always fun. But it will proceed as per usual, hopefully. Quick shout out to Hannah's blog, as per usual.
Thank you.
And we'll quickly get the Patreon stuff out of the way. And for the patrons and for anybody else that wants to support our content, it's a new month, and therefore we have 2 new Patreon art pieces. I'm doing something a little bit experiment. Yeah, art pieces. Thank you for the verification, Hannah. I'm kind of doing a little bit of a experiment art pieces. They are art pieces on one canon character and another one based on one of my original D&D villains, except gender swapped.
Okay.
This month, for your approval, Patreon audience, the gender bent Grievous and my villain, the Hive Mind, which I'll put in the chat real quickly.
Okay. They actually turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. I really like, you gotta give us stilettos to both of them.
The Hive Mind is fucking creepy.
Oh, yes. She looks creepy. I was talking about it with Kit, because he was giving me pointers on the best poses for the Hive Mind. And I was all like, hey, Kit, she's technically a gilf now, right? And he's like, what?
How is she a gilf?
Well, she's thousands of years old, and, she has a zombie horde that she calls her children.
Okay.
But yeah, with that aside, everybody, I hope you enjoy this gender-swapped character Patreon art piece. Kind of a little bit of an experiment. If it goes well, then look forward to more of these kind of art pieces in the near future of this podcast. But with that aside, if you guys love the Patreon art pieces or just love supporting our content in general, we do indeed have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/canmayo. Once again, that is patreon.com/canmayo, where you could contribute to the lowest of $2 and the highest of $10, and whichever amount or tier you contribute to. You have instant access to our Discord server where you could talk general Star Wars lore, share memes, or complain about your day, or just chill out with us. It's always a fun time.
We're always looking for new members. It's been pretty dead for a bit, so...
It's been fairly quiet, but that's probably because we haven't been doing a lot of live streams recently. But I'm hoping that will change in the next coming months.
So?
But anywho... Hannah, I'm sure this is an episode you're really looking forward to.
Yeah.
But for perspective for the audience, we're not going to be talking about a specific event, we're not talking about a specific character, nor are we talking about a general faction. This is a more chillax episode where we explore some of the cuter creatures of a Star Wars galaxy.
Or we could have just watched Galaxy of Creatures.
Well, that too. Maybe we'll do that as a live stream one of these days. But yeah, Hannah wanted to do another one, episode similar to the Naboo episode, because she loved a good amount of those creatures from that episode, and I completely agree. There isn't exactly a way for us to dive into cuter creatures of Star Wars, except if it's a specific planet or something like that. So I kind of thought, maybe we could just do a broader episode exploring the cuter creatures because it'll probably be another year or so before we get into that kind of topic.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if there are certain creatures that we may not mention, don't worry. They're already in their respective episodes. Like, what was the creature that you were way into, Hannah?
Which one?
the cute hamster one from Naboo.
The Vorpak.
The Vorpag, yeah. You really took a liking to that little guy.
Yes. And I also out of podcasts just in general.
Yeah.
Banthas.
Yeah,
Baby banthas are so fucking cute.
Yeah, that I will always remember that moment from the holiday special where you were traumatized by the baby bantha stuffed toy being ripped apart.
Yes.
That's funny. But for me personally, I really do love a good amount of. I mean, there are cooler creatures that I really like the Crit Dragon. Of course, a Crit Dragon isn't cute by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like other creatures like the Toka, the Tuka, otherwise known as the Love Cat for Rebels fans. I also do like the Alderaan Fluffy Moth, which looks like a miniature Mothra if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those creatures, if I happen not to mention them, they'll probably be in a different episode, or I just didn't stumble across it. Of course, this list will be fairly long because, due to my own personal taste, my taste might be different compared to what Hannah defines as cute. But I do think it's fair to expect a lot of cute and a lot of ugly cute creatures in this video, if that makes any sense.
Yes, because there are things that are so ugly they're cute, and vice versa.
Yeah, like bulldogs or pugs in real life.
And Chinese cresteds.
Very true. But this is going to be a fairly long list, and fair warning, Hannah. Most of these have a small amount of lore to them, so I'll probably just mention them and post a picture for you.
Okay.
But anyway, let us get started. The first creature that we will be talking about is what is called, let me just scroll down the the album of pictures I have prepared for this episode. But anyway, the first creature we will be talking about are called the Aiwas, and these are the winged creatures that you commonly see on Kamino.
They look like Thrantas.
Yeah, they actually do look like Francis now that I look at them. But yeah, the Aiwas are flying cetaceans, which if everybody in the watching this video doesn't know, cetaceans are basically marine mammals such as dolphins and whales.
But these fly.
Yeah, they do fly. They are native to both Kamino and, uniquely enough, Naboo.
I did not know that they were on Naboo. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they are actually commonly used as mounts by both the Kaminoans, as you see in the picture there, and the Gungans. And let me see. And much like dolphins and whales, they are known to live in pods and feed on krill as well as other types of fish through their baleen. The Gungans commonly use them as air transportation and would often be used on the battlefield, usually as scouts or bombers. In the case the rider is ever incapacitated or killed, the Aiwa are trained to return back to base to, save their riders and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also speculated that the Aiwa are actually native to Kamino and were simply imported to Naboo, or kind of a reverse where they're native to Naboo but brought to Kamino via cloning.
Of course.
Yeah. The Aiwas have found use in the Imperial military, sold by this company called Rafana Heavy Engineering, which are the people that created the gunship and the ATTE walkers for the Grand Army of the Republic. They are sold for 45,000 credits and are considered a cheap transportation between Imperial outposts on a singular world.
Cheat my ass. That's still worth credits.
Well, okay, cheap in comparison to, say, a Imperial shuttle, Hannah.
Yes.
But yeah, that's our first creature. The next one I think you might actually find pretty adorable, Hannah. The next one is what is called the bearded jags, and these are the first feline creatures of the list.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah. The bearded jags are a feline creature native to the moon of Endor and also Naboo's moon of Rory.
Cute.
Yeah. Uniquely, these guys are herbivores.
Okay.
And of course they are. Yeah, they eat plants. They are obviously known for their beard-like protrusions, and they have been domesticated as loyal companions. And for those that can't afford a bearded jax, they are even used as holographic depictions as holopets.
Holopets.
Holopets. In case you're too poor not to... Yeah, that is a thing.
You're
Holopets.
too poor to afford an actual pet.
You got the holopets. Hey, don't worry. You don't have to feed or clean its litter box.
It could be like a Tamagotchi.
Oh, that is also
where
true.
You have to feed it and clean up after it.
Oh,
or else
man.
you'll die.
Man, Hannah, you just activated my nostalgia right there.
I know, I had a Tamagotchi. Several.
I only got one Tamagotchi. I spent like a couple of days fixated on my Tamagotchi, then I forgot about it. I know, I'm terrible.
Now I'm gonna need to get one just to reinvigorate the nostalgia.
You know, I admire that, and maybe I will buy myself a Tamagotchi again. The bearded jacks, grimly enough, are also utilized in cuisines.
No, people eat them.
Yep, and there's even an in-universe cooking book called The Essential Cooking Skills, which detail that Jack's meat needs to be cooked at 250 degrees for half an hour. Yeah. But aside from that, other subspecies exist among the jacks, such as the mammoth bearded jacks, which is basically a giant version of him.
Okay.
And, of course, there are some mutant strains, which are, ironically enough, called the psychotic jacks.
The psychotic jacks?
Yeah. There's very little information about them, but if it isn't apparent by the pictures, these guys are encountered in Star Wars galaxies.
Okay.
And that's where a majority of these cute animals originated from. And I believe there's like a side mission where the bearded jags are so well loved that there's literally a mission where this mother goes up to the player characters like, hey, these smugglers, actually, these animals killed my daughter's bearded jags, go kill them.
Damn.
Yeah, they're that well beloved.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And the next one, let me see if I could get an awe from you, Hannah, with this creature. Next, we have what is called the boglings. There we go.
That is really cute.
Yeah. The boglings.
His eyes are staring into my soul.
They are so big. They're like, please, I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. But yeah,
so cute.
They are so adorable. The boglings are a small furry creature native to the planet of Bogano, where they live within tunnels and nests throughout the rocky plains and marshes, usually in large packs called heckos.
Heckles.
Yeah, they're
That's cute.
that is pretty cute. Boglins, despite looking like mammals, actually produce young by laying eggs. So, assumingly, they're similar to platypuses. Platypi.
Okay.
Platypi,
Platypuses.
yeah. Yeah, platypuses. Let me see. And they are overly protective of their families, with some boglins often found dead after fighting off a predatory creature called the Ogdos, which are these giant carnivorous amphibians, which are basically the alpha predators of their natural ecosystem.
Okay.
And the boglins are considered valuable on the black market for obvious reasons.
Okay.
And yeah, these creatures actually appear in a Jedi Fallen Order, which is one of the more recent Star Wars games.
Add it to the list of playthroughs I need to watch.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, let me go ahead and move on. Next creatures are what are called the Bardoks. Just sending them in the picture here. They're basically little ponies.
They look like a mix between a Shetland pony and a water buffalo.
They kind of
Especially in
do.
the first picture.
Yeah, these guys are native to the moon of Endor, and
Obviously, if you couldn't tell by all the fucking Ewoks.
and yeah, these guys are commonly used by the Ewoks as pack animals and loyal companions. In spite of their small size, which I believe is like around 3 to 4 feet tall at the shorter, they can actually carry a massive amount of weight. There are 2 known species of a Bardok: the lesser Bardok, which is the most common, and the greater Bardok, which is twice the size as a normal Bardok.
Damn.
Yeah. Both species are fairly intelligent and do not startle easily during the daytime, though they become more skittish at night due to the abundance of nocturnal predators on Endor.
Okay.
Yeah, and adults are known to be extremely protective of their young, and their herding instinct is so strong that they are known to sacrifice themselves for the good of a herd to fight off the predators.
Oof.
Yeah, so yeah, these guys are very altruistic, at least towards their own herd anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And when taken in as pets, they would apply this same loyalty and protectiveness towards their owners, and have been known to develop lifelong bonds.
Just like the Bantha does.
Yes, we'll have to cover the Sand People one of these days, because I think the relationship between the Sand People and the Banthas are probably the most renowned in all of Star Wars lore.
Put it on the list. The ever-growing list.
Yeah, exactly. And then next creature, or I should more accurately call them a race, let me see, here we go, is what is called the Bouncers, and you probably recognize this guy from the thumbnail art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They just look like hairballs with tails.
Yeah. The Bouncers, even though they look like creatures, they are actually a sapient race. Basically pre-industrial levels of sentience.
Okay.
And they are native to the world of Ruusan. And they are relatively the same size as a medicine ball.
So they're pretty big.
Yeah, they are fairly big. Except if a medicine ball was covered in green fur and had 2 large eyes.
Nice.
Yeah, their eternal physiology was very balloon-like, resulting in negligible weight, and were able to easily fly among the winds of Ruusan.
Nice.
And you want to know, just a little shot of the dark, Anna, how did they get the name Bouncer?
They bounce, don't they?
That is how they maintain their locomotion, is by looking for obstacles like a rock or tree to bounce off of.
That's that's cute.
Yeah, it is very cute. And they are such good bouncers that they have been known to to fly off high into the sky at around 96 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So they jump good.
They jump good.
They jump good. And obviously in the pictures, they do possess tentacles that allow them to manipulate objects, serve as rudders or brakes when they're flying, or even help them walk across the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the nice thing about these guys is that they are confirmed force sensitives.
Okay. Everything's fucking force sensitive in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, these guys are actually mildly telepathic, and as you could see in that next picture I pulled up.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, these guys are so adorable. Let me see if I could, okay. It is kind of unknown if they can manipulate the Force, like, using a Force push or stuff like that, but they are capable of feeling it, and technically, they are able to receive dreams and glimpses of the future, which can be fairly accurate in predicting the immediate and more distant future.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are, pretty much better versions of Sifo Dyas.
Oof. Damn.
You hear that, Sifo? A bunch of puffballs are better at predicting the future than you.
Damn, be nice to him. That was mean.
Okay, yeah, that was a little bit mean, but you gotta admit, that was kind of funny.
Yes, it was. Poor Sifo.
Poor Sifo. Though, kind of like Sifo, even though these dreams are accurate, it also incurred at a cost, where a weaker bouncer would be killed by dark dreams.
Okay.
So if there's ever like a vision where a good amount of death and suffering is about to happen, sometimes those bouncers get killed by the dream.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no bueno. Bouncers usually travel in tribes of around 50 to 60 individuals, led by an elder bouncer as their leader. They have been shown to be intelligent enough to communicate through telepathy and are capable of sensing the emotions of those around them, both bouncer and alien alike. However, they frequently communicate with aliens through writing in an outdated form of BASIC, as you see in one of the pictures there.
Okay.
They
I see it.
Yeah. Though it is described that the bouncers have an almost fatalist philosophy to their world, which is directed with how they maintain their locomotion by allowing the winds to guide them as they may in a very inevitable fashion.
Mm-hmm.
However, they have a great respect for all life, feeling obligated to heal and comfort others to the point of physically saving lives.
Well, I could tell that they're doing that in this picture you just sent.
Yeah. Such is the case when their world was the battleground between the Jedi's Army of Light and the Sith's Brotherhood of Darkness. Bouncers didn't pick a particular side and would commonly mend the wounded of both sides.
Yeah, they were neutral, just healers.
Yeah, they're pretty much just the Red Cross, but for both sides of a war.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would go more into the bouncers, especially with regards to Darth Bane and his what was it? The Rule of Two Civ. But I'll probably dive more into that when I talk about Darth Bane and all that. But yeah, they
another
are
episode to put on the list.
Unfortunately, just added to the list. But yeah, the bouncers are pretty cool and one of the more adorable looking species in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Next one we'll go through briefly is what is called the carrier butterfly. There we go.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, the carrier butterfly is a species of butterfly native to the world of Meridoon, commonly used by the Lurman colonists as pets and a communication delivery system, given their ability to mimic the voices of anyone they hear.
Cool.
So they're kind of like parrots, except that they were butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
Just brief little one. Yeah, once again, fair warning, Hannah, a lot of these are just very, very brief, but I think they're cute regardless. And then next is what is called the Charhound.
I've seen these before. This is the goodest boy.
They are the goodest boys. The Charhound, you know that these guys originated from a High Republic novel, correct?
Briefly.
Yeah. The Charhound are a type of, hound found on the planet of Ifaroni. Probably mispronouncing that, but that's okay.
You mispronounce everything, but it's fine.
They are characterized with a high eternal body temperature, which extended to various parts of a creature's body via different colorations.
Gee, no shit. It's like the markings don't look hot.
In the literal sense, Hannah, not the figurative sense. When provoked, they could shoot a yellow flame from their mouth, and their eternal heat is so hot it could burn or melt most minerals. Though only crystals native to their home world are resistant to their heat. Here's a funny little detail. Even their urine is known to light objects on fire.
They piss kerosene.
Pretty much. I have.
They piss kerosene.
They piss kerosene. You remember that one trailer of Ghost Rider: The Spirit of Vengeance, where Ghost Rider's just using his piss as a flamethrower?
The shitty Ghost Rider sequel.
Yeah, fuck that movie. But I think that commercial is funny as hell.
Yes, I remember him pissing fire off the side of a truck.
Yeah, so funny. There's one female Charhound that appeared at a Jedi outpost on the world where it was found to be malnourished and had an infected wound. The Jedi tended to it until it recovered, and then that Charhound stayed with the Jedi and would be named Ember.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the Charhound is actually a pretty cool creature. I wouldn't mind introducing it into a D&D campaign one of these days.
That would be a fun companion for a D&D game.
Maybe these guys may have been the inspiration for one of the Iego shepherds.
Well, you need to actually expand on them.
Well, I'm getting around to that, Hannah. I'll get around to that.
Expand on them for people to actually get that reference.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah, you get it, Hannah. You get it. But anyway, next creature are what is called the Charmaminos. Is it just me, or do these guys look like an upside-down Eeyore?
They look like sad upside down. They look like sloth camels.
Pretty much. These guys are actually arboreal goats.
Okay.
And they are, if it isn't obvious from the art piece, they are native to the moon of Endor.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ewoks often call these guys the Blast Tree Goats, and are known to use them as sources of meat and milk.
Well, they are cute looking.
They are cute looking. They look kind of derpy looking, just hanging off of that tree branch.
I want to pet one. It looks so fluffy.
Yeah, they do look very fluffy. The next animal is called the Convar, which are the little owl-looking creatures that you see in the Clone Wars.
Convors.
Convors, thank you.
Ahsoka has one.
Yeah,
And
she does.
And she looks like the daughter.
Yeah, actually,
Colored like the daughter.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat as well. That's certain Convar. There we go. But yeah, the Convar are a regal and elegant owl species native to the moon of Wushka, which is a moon of Trandosia.
Nice.
And due to that, they are sometimes called Trandosian birds.
To me, they just look like owls.
They just look like owls. But yeah, it's kind of ironic that one of these owls, which is commonly seen as a servant or possible manifestation of a daughter, are animals that have a close association with Trandosians, who are very un-light side like.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, these guys are popular as pets and are normally sold for 60 credits.
Well, they're cheap.
Yeah, they're relatively cheap. And of course, Ahsoka Tano has a Convar named Miori, who has a close connection with a daughter in some form or fashion.
I think it's Morai.
Morai, thank you. They are also the origin of a common slang of chopped Convar liver, which is essentially Star Wars chopped liver in general.
Ew.
You know, like, what am I, chopped Convar liver?
Ah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny. There's actually a lot of slangs that these animals are associated with, but let me see if I could get to the next one real quickly. Where are they? Crew. That's weird. Okay, here we go. The next one that I'll touch briefly is called the Crew, and they're little bad boy creatures.
Those are cute.
Yeah, another creature from the High Republic series. It just looks, they look super adorable and a little cartoonish, if I'm going to be honest.
They remind me of Batty from Anastasia.
Ah, yeah, I could see that.
Just, that's cute.
Yeah. I think another one you might like is what is called the Derny. Basically, they're eyeless rabbits.
Oh, they don't have eyes?
They're eyeless because they mostly live underground.
I want to snuggle one.
Yeah, they do look pretty snuggly and cuddly looking, don't they?
Those are fucking tall.
Yeah. They commonly live in the tunnels made by the Solodians under the surface of Corellia.
Nice.
And, of course, they are normally kept as pets.
Well, obviously.
They are actually the origin of another slang called Dust Derny. So basically, Dust Bunny, but Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next creature, it is what is called the Elephant. Basically, kind of just a green elephant, yes.
Well, that's definitely a ugly that it's cute kind of creature.
Definitely.
But yeah, it is kind of cute looking.
It is kind of cute looking. The red eyes don't exactly help, but still it looks pretty cute looking. I want to snuggle it. Fun fact, these guys are actually native to the planet of Dagobah.
Oh, so there's actually wildlife on Dagobah.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of wildlife, and there will be a couple other examples I'll throw at you in this episode. They are also the inspiration for the Empire's all-terrain armored transport, which are the camel walkers.
Okay.
And yeah, you could kind of see the similarity, except if the elephant were made of steel and actually replaced their tusks with laser cannons.
Mm-hmm.
This next one, you might consider a little bit goofy, a little bit adorable, but I just think it's so weird looking. These guys are called the Fawballs. Here we go.
Sharp, tiny egg.
I know, it's
literally an angry bird.
An angry bird. Oh my god. I can kind of see that. I don't see any beak, but I can see the angry bird. You know,
Small and angy.
small but angry. You know, I actually had a math teacher in high school, where if somebody in class was acting out, she actually yeet an angry bird at them.
That's funny.
But yeah, the Phobos are balloon-like creatures that live on the savanna world of Dantooine, not to be confused with Tatooine.
Yes, I know Dantooine.
Yeah, I think it's in Knights of the Old Republic, if memory serves.
And it's Swator.
Yeah. The greatest fear for a fireball is being punctured by the thorns of a local biba tree.
Okay.
So apparently they do pop like balloons if they wander near a sharp object.
Mm-hmm.
They are also made into Phobo hide pouches by the local people. So, yeah, imagine one of these things turning into a purse or something.
That is cute, though.
It is cute. Like I said, a little bit goofy, but yeah, they do look snuggly, as long as I don't pop them, that is. The next one, it kind of exists in the realm of ugly cute, but I'll let you judge that on your own biases, I suppose, Hannah. The next one is what is called the Gela Grub.
Ew!
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of a ugly, cute category kind of creature.
That's just ugly.
So yeah, the Vagella grub, otherwise known as the Felucian ground beetles, are large insectoid creatures native to the world of, well, Felucia.
Felucia.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They are an easily domesticated creature where their larval forms are used as mounts. We don't know anything about the adult form, because the lore only shows us their larval form, which is the most popular aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
They are actually pretty popular amongst the clones because they don't exactly break down. All you have to do is let them eat a bunch of fungus, and boom, there you go. You got a beast of burden.
Mm-hmm.
After the Clone Wars, they are so popular that Rafana Heavy Engineering found the larvae to be, well, very popular mounts, and they would actually sell genetically modified Gela grubs to be ridden by Imperial troops. And they genetically modified them to stay in their larval stage.
Okay.
And these guys would be used as basically cavalry mounts on numerous worlds, and if that world didn't have any, well, fungus for them to eat, the trooper would feed them genetically modified fungi to keep them nourished.
Okay.
So yeah, they're kind of ugly cute. I lean more into the ugly cute because I'm a bug kind of guy, but I'm sure you have different opinions on that.
These are fucking ugly.
Poor Gela grub. Poor Gela grub.
What's next?
The next creatures we have, Hannah, we have these little reptile fuckers called the Gizka.
I know what the Gizka are.
Yep.
They're frogs.
They're actually little reptile creatures.
And they have no eyes. They're a little creepy.
They're a little bit creepy, but I can see where they're a little bit adorable.
They're annoying when you get them on your ship in KOTOR.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Killing them.
Yeah. The Gizka can be found all across the galaxy, with their original homeworld lost to time. Much like rats in our own time period, they are known for their extraordinary reproduction rate. The main reason for their galaxy-wide expansion is because they served as stowaways and found their way out of shipwrecks and, propagate across the planets that they found themselves on.
They reproduce like rabbits.
Pretty much. It was originally postulated that they were native to the world of Leon, which is the world of Arrakata.
Okay.
And they're so numerous that they are commonly seen as pests, and they are known to eat through electric wiring. So,
Okay.
as long as you don't have any electrical outlets to worry about, they might make good pets for you.
Fuck that.
Well, fortunately for you, Hannah, they are actually the source of Guska steak, which apparently tastes similar to chicken.
Gizka steak, but tastes like chicken. Okay.
Because Trandosians commonly eat Gizka, and they associate everything as tasting like Gizka.
Okay. So
Like
they sounds like they taste like chicken.
Yeah, because there's always a
weird
quote.
looking fucking chicken though.
A very weird looking chicken. Yeah, I get you. Because yeah, I think I remember a quote somewhere where Bosk was all like, "Humans taste like Gizka" or somewhere along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the next creature is what is called the Hanzi.
It's so floofy.
They are so foofy.
It's so floofy.
He's also got that mustache thing
The
going
Fu Manchu.
on. The Fu Manchu mustache, I love it. These guys are native to the jungle world of Weevil. They were named by an aspiring scientist named Averin Stera. When they were stranded on the moon, blah blah blah. They possessed a multicolored fur, 6 limbs, a long tail, an obvious Fu Manchu goatee. They are known to have a diet of fruit and are intelligent enough to seek shelter from the frequent acid rains of their homeworld.
Acid rain? Oh god.
Yeah, it's an they live on a world where it rains acid, so no bueno.
Mm-hmm.
And then next, it might range into the ugly cute once again. And these guys might look familiar from the sequels. Let me go ahead and put it in. I introduce the Hoppabore.
That is not cute. What the hell?
Here, let me go ahead and redeem it by showing one with a little baby.
Okay, the baby's cute.
There we go. Just change your mind like that. Just change your mind like that, Hannah.
It looks like a ditto.
It does look like a ditto, doesn't it? But yeah, the Hoppabores are, I believe, a mixture of a pig and a hippo, if it isn't obvious from the picture.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, these guys can survive in deserts and jungles, and they have thick skin that makes them resistant to both heat and predators.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then the next one, let me see if I could pull it up. Here we go. The next one are what is called the ice scrubbers. There we go.
Oh, is it called an ice scrabbler?
The ice scrabbler, thank you.
Because it's an item you get in SWTOR when you're on Hoth.
Oh, I didn't.
You occasionally pick up ice scrabbler jerky.
I did not know that. That is actually pretty interesting.
I think it's also a mission item, but I don't know. It's like a schematic you get.
That's pretty cool. The ice scrabblers are a furry land scavenging mammal, native to obviously the ice world of Hoth. Like, these guys are so numerous that they make up 32% of a total animal population on Hoth.
Well, it's not like a lot of other things can fucking live there.
Yeah, these guys are kind of opportunistic hunters, as they always feast on dead animals that succumb to the harsh conditions on Hoth.
Cool.
To the point where they get the unfortunate nickname of frozen carrions.
Aw.
Yeah, they possess sharp claws and beaks, which allow them to bury through thick ice to build dens and to find food, sometimes digging through 15 miles of ice.
Oof.
So yeah, these guys, they could dig good.
Yes, they can.
They also have a remarkable sense of smell, which enables them to detect lichen under the many layers of ice. Funny little story, when the rebels established Echo Base on Hoth, the ice scrabblers smelled the base's supply of food, and they will always attempt to burrow through the base to get to it. So, yeah, the rebels are like, fuck off, you little rat bastards, get out of here.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think it's they look adorable. I wouldn't mind keeping one as a pet.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah, they got more fucking they kind of look like basset hounds.
A little bit. A very weird looking basset hound. It's because of the floppy ears.
Yeah, their floppy ears. It just adds a little bit of a cute factor in my opinion.
It does.
Next one we got, Hannah. It might lean into the ugly cute, but I'll just show it to you anyway. The next is what is called the Jubba bird.
Ew.
And these guys, yeah, these guys are kind of the embodiment of never judge a book by its cover. The Jubba bird is a force-sensitive reptilian creature native to the planet of Dagobah.
Another Dagobah animal. Okay.
Yep. The Jubba bird on the surface might look like some ugly reptile bird thing. They kind of dwell in the trees of Dagobah, making mud nests for their many children. Mostly out of reach of predators. They survive they survive on a varied diet of snakes and rodents, but underneath the surface, they are deceptively intelligent and have been known to produce soothing hums that are described as calming songs, which are very relaxing to all but the most angry of beings.
Okay.
And this is their manifestation of a force. And the Jubba birds are very popular pets because of their ability to sing these songs.
I was gonna say, they probably make very good just soothers for babies.
Yeah. The Jubba birds could only produce these songs if they are content and happy. If an owner doesn't treat them very well, they'll kind of feign dim-wittedness and let the owner leave them alone and everything. However, if a owner takes good care of a Jubba bird, they will allow their intelligent side to show more often and become loyal companions.
Cool.
These Jubba birds have been given the level of trust to discern strangers' motivations, search for certain objects, and even sing by command.
Nice.
Yeah, so these guys are very intelligent birds that sing very soothing songs through the force.
Cool.
Like, here's a little heartwarming yet kind of sad story. During Yoda's exile on Dagobah, the Jubba birds would always be drawn to the ancient Jedi Master by singing to him.
Aww.
And when Yoda unfortunately passed away, rip Yoda, the Jubba birds stopped singing.
Well, yeah.
And after Yoda's death, the swamps of Dagobah were filled with an uncomfortable silence as a new darkness spread all across the world, to the point where the Jubba birds themselves were too scared to sing anymore.
Sucks.
Yeah, the Jubba birds are, I wouldn't mind having one of these little creatures as a little companion character. They're kind of ugly looking, but they are adorable intellectually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be smart.
They are very smart, very comparable to parrots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Is this the right one? Oh, yeah. The next one, kind of more of an adorable, majestic creature, are what are called the Kefi. There we go.
Interesting.
They are quadruped creatures native to the planet of Anaxis, and they're essentially like a higher breed of horse, where they're bred for their intelligence, speed, color, size, and other characteristics for the nobles of Anaxis.
Okay.
But you gotta admit, that guy is strutting his stuff. He knows he's hot shit.
Yes. I love the way it looks.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. What was that? I can't remember the horse creature from Naboo, but you were gawking over that one.
Yes, it is called. Maybe one second.
While you are looking through that, let me see. The next one, a very brief one, are a creature known as the Kaon. Let me see if I can find a picture real quickly. Yeah, the Kaon, it kind of looks like a possum sort of thing.
Yeah, looks a little bit like a possum.
A little bit like a possum. They are a rodent-like marsupial, which are known for their inquisitive nature and can mimic words uttered within their vicinity, but at a much higher pitch.
A Gwarlara.
A Gwarlara. Yeah, those things. You love them to death.
Yes, I do.
But speaking of loving to death, Hannah, the next creature I will show real quickly are what is called the Kiddo, another feline creature.
That looks more like a dog than a feline.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Kiddo, as I said, are felines. They are usually kept as house pets and are noted specifically for their cuteness and cat-like growl.
Mm-hmm.
They are, if I'm going to be honest, they look more akin to pugs, the pug version of a cat.
Yeah, they do look like pugs.
Yeah, just cat-like. But I do like how that one is sticking his tongue out at that Twi'lek.
Mm-hmm.
Bleh. They come in a variety of colors, such as red, yellow, and blue.
Nice.
Yeah. And the next creature are what is called, where are you? Here we go. The next creature is what is called a krill.
Okay.
The krill
looks sad.
Yeah, they kind of look sad. The krill are an unintelligent and harmless arboreal herbivore native to the planet of Kedrion, where they are raised by the locals to be eaten as meat. They are the origin of a derogatory word of krill heads, usually for people that act out of stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm going to interpret this is basically the Star Wars version of a dodo. I know, it's very sad.
That is very sad.
Okay, moving away from that sad comment I made earlier, let's talk about the Quaibucks. The Quaibucks.
Kaibucks.
The Kaibucks, thank you.
These are also mentioned in Tales of the Jedi.
Yep, and they appeared, even though they are native to the prairies of Kashyyyk, they do appear in Sheely in the, as you mentioned, the Tales of a Jedi series.
They're basically a deer.
A cross between a deer and, what's the word I'm looking for? A deer and a kangaroo, kind of?
Kind of, but it's so pretty. It's one of my favorite mounts that I have in SWTOR.
That is pretty neat, and of course, a very loyal mount to Master Yoda there.
Yes.
Yeah. The Quaibucks are known as
Kaibucks.
Kaibucks, thank you. They are known as swift herbivores that can move up to speeds of 56 miles per hour.
Nice.
So these guys. They're schmoovin', Hannah. They're schmoovin'. And yeah, they are known to mate for life and would raise an annual litter of 2 to 3 fowls. While the
fawns or
Come again?
Fawns or
Fowls, like Foal, like a horse fowls.
foal?
Foals.
Are
Horse
you
foals.
kidding me?
Check. I made Hannah to groan.
But Isaac, you need to get your brain checked.
Oh, there's a lot of things I need to be checked on, Hannah. Don't worry about it. But where was I? Okay. They are also very overprotective of their young. Usually they are known to flee predators when alone, but when it comes to their families, they would actually fight to protect them using leaping kicks and horned headbutts. Due to their protective nature, the Wookiees adored the Kaibuks, for they have similar instincts to the Wookiee culture, and it was actually forbidden for Wookiees to hunt them.
I did.
Yeah. Not forbidden for the Togruta, but for the Wookiees, no bueno. With some chieftains, they even domesticated the Kaibuks as a symbol of status, basically.
Nice.
Fun fact, Grand Master Yoda of the Jedi Order would receive over 30 free Kaibuks as gifts from the Wookiees.
Well, you obviously see him using one. Makes me wonder what happened to the rest.
Well, unfortunately, one of them, he was on patrol on Korriban itself, and it got jumped by a Sith Hound and got killed.
Aw.
Yeah, Yoda heavily grieved with the passing of his lovely mount.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Fortunately, he got a new mount, which was actually gifted to him as a form of gratitude for saving a Wookiee princess.
Okay.
So yeah, if it isn't obvious, good relations with the Wookiees he has. Yeah, Viz Kaibug would actually serve as his trusted mount throughout the Clone Wars, participating and surviving many battles, including the Battle of Coruscant itself.
Nice.
Yeah, just imagine this thing. Well, okay, you could actually watch the episodes, but this thing is able to go toe-to-toe with an army of battle droids and live.
Nice.
Yeah, these things are pretty badass, I gotta say.
That is pretty badass.
And then, of course, the most well-known one for you, Hannah, is the Tuka Cat.
Isaac, if you say it wrong again...
The Tuka Cat.
Tuka.
The Tuka Cat.
Yes.
They also go by the scientific name of... what was it?
Cat.
Well, okay, the Loft Cat is basically a specific breed, but their scientific name is known as Adorabus felinus.
Adorabus felinus. That's so cute.
Yeah.
Literally, they're adorable.
They're adorable felines, literally. If it isn't apparent enough already, they are basically Star Wars equivalent to cats. Like, every single description made about them is just basically cats, but for Star Wars.
Yes, they're as chaotic as cats.
They are as chaotic as cats. I should know. I had one.
Yep.
Well, let me see. But yeah, the Tuka cats, they actually come in several breeds, for lack of a better word. The Loft Cat being one of them, where, they evolved specifically for the world of Loth. And assumingly, if there's a cat that's found on Aigo, it would probably be given the designation of Angel Cat or something. But aside from, basically being cats, but for Star Wars, they are the origin of multiple sayings. One of them is Tuka Cat that ate the blob bird, which is a reference to a person who appeared self-satisfied or smug. And another one is a Took got your tongue. Basically, cat got your tongue. And then the Tuka's out of a bag. Cat's out of a bag, basically. And then, fun fact, The Tuca cats are named after Dave Filoni's now deceased cat named Tuca.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's so adorable. I always love it when creators like that base the names of other creatures or characters off of their own pets.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on from that, next we have what is called a Misalope. This is one that Erg the Turtle threw at me, and just thought I'd throw it out there for you, Hannah.
That's cute.
Yeah, basically, from what I could gather, it's basically a space koala.
It's a very cute space koala.
Yeah, not at all like the horrible demons in Australia.
No, the koalas here in Australia are fine. They're pretty cute. They smell good because all they eat is eucalyptus.
You know, that is very fair, but there's I can't remember the specific nickname they gave to the koalas, but they're like, what was it? Tree devils or drop pandas or something like that?
I don't know.
I'm just remembering that one Family Guy meme where Peter Griffin is poking out a crocodile, and then a koala's yeeted at him, and he's like, get it off!
Anyway.
Then space koalas aside, tell me if this kind of reminds you of something.
That looks like a Koikin monkey lizard, but it looks like a dog instead of a parrot.
Yeah, I could see that. This creature right here is what is called the Muka. It's basically a very chimera-like animal, as it has mixed characteristics of both birds and mammals, as it has both.
It looks like a hybrid of a dog and a parrot.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of an owl bear, if that makes any sense.
A little bit, vaguely.
Vaguely, but these guys are noted as easily domesticated, and that's pretty much all I know about them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just adorable little dog bird creature. Pretty adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And then next is what is called a Munyip. They're kind of goofy looking, but a lot of animals on this list are pretty goofy in general.
They're cute.
Yeah. The Munyip is a small woodland.
The one on the right looks like Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
You know, that's a fair point. It does kind of look like more fucking Ren from Ren and Stimpy. But yeah, the Munyip is a small woodland creature native to, repeat with me, the moon of Endor. And they usually traverse by gliding from tree to tree. The Ewoks usually enjoy interacting with them, as they are known as friendly creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. And then the next creature is what is called, here we go, the Mutamok. I'll just let the image speak for itself.
Okay.
The Mutamoks are small mammals that are fond of stealing small and bright objects, usually going on the hunt for such objects.
Okay.
Yeah, which, you know, usually they're basically like monkeys from India that always steal shit from tourists.
Mm-hmm.
However, they are, if the owner of said object manages to capture the Mutamok in retaliation, this is where their innate force sensitivity comes in, as they plead for sympathy and return the stolen object before running away.
Oh, of course. They're force sensitive.
Yeah, they're pretty much all like, I'm sorry, please don't hurt me, and then get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
But yeah, this innate force ability allows them to know what people are thinking. So they pretty much kind of understand, like, I'm sorry, please don't hurt me, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Mutamoks mainly eat fruit, and most people use candy to lure them out.
They're just like me. always have a sweet tooth. Can't resist candy.
Is that why you always come up for D&D? Is because we always have treats for you, Hannah?
Well, that and I like the escape from reality.
That is also fair. But yeah, the Mutamogs are actually pretty intelligent creatures, and they end up tricking people and take all the bait all at once.
Okay.
They're all like, oh, you're about to catch me with that candy? I'm gonna steal your entire supply, bitch. Fuck you. Fortunately, though, the Mutamogs are able to be domesticated and are able to follow simple commands, making them good partners for thieves. So, what was that monkey from Aladdin?
Abu.
Abu. They're basically like Abu from Aladdin.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think is pretty adorable. And then the next creature we have, once again, Hannah, kind of depends on your perspective. If they're cute or ugly cute, or they're just ugly and their babies are cute. But the next creature is what is called the Nibre.
Oh, those are ugly.
Oh well, I gave it a shot. Have you? Okay, you probably haven't seen the first episode of the Clone Wars, but the very first episode where Yoda takes on the droid army, he's surrounded by these Nibres as like little things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Nibres, they exist in a variety of environments and mostly exist in the vacuum of space.
Okay.
Like the little guy on the left, that's basically their baby form, and the guys on the right image, are their adult form.
That baby is not cute.
I think it's pretty adorable, Hannah.
No, it's not.
But yeah, point is, these guys mostly feed on stellar gases of nebulas, meaning they're pretty much harmless to spacecraft and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Unlike Minox.
Unlike Minox, where they just suck the energy out of spacecraft, but yes. The next creature that I'll throw out real quickly is what is called the, where was it? Here we go. The Nicoflight, which are basically these parrot-looking things.
Those are cute. I want one.
You want to know where they come from?
Where do they come from?
Nemodia.
Why do some of the shitty races get the cool-looking animals?
I thought that was going to be a deal breaker for you. Yes, they come from the rainforest of a Nemodian homeworld.
Shame such a beautiful creature gets stuck with such a shitty race.
Oh, that's funny. That is so funny, Hannah. But the next creature that I'll throw at you real quickly, Hannah, I think this one is actually pretty cool and kind of adorable. It is what is called the Nohak. They're kind of weird, but they kind of look adorable.
Fucking Loch Ness monster, but anorexic and bug legs.
Yeah, kinda. These guys are semi-aquatic creatures native to the world of Azarag. They possess 6 legs for climbing on land, retractable webbings for swimming. Their obvious recognizable feature is their long neck, which can extend to 6 feet and 6 inches in length. And the top of their neck is where their sensory organs are, while their mouth is on their underside.
Okay.
They are mainly water breathers, where they are capable of breathing air for 5 minutes, and are said to be as agile on land as they are in water. The Nahalax are social creatures, traveling and hunting in small pods consisting of 2 to 8 adults with their cubs, and are so protective that they are known to defend members of their pod even if it meant their own deaths.
Nice.
Yeah, they primarily have a diet of birds and reptiles, during the summer anyway, and during the winter they retreat underwater and mainly feast on the fish. Generally, they are fearful of larger animals they can't prey on, but cubs are naturally curious and have been known to follow around human colonists that have landed on their world. Over time, the colonists would domesticate these creatures for their meat, while others found that they make loyal and intelligent pets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of these little guys as a little companion.
Yeah, they actually look pretty cute. Their heads
Yeah.
are very cute.
Yeah, they are pretty cute. Glad we could agree on this for once, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Next is kind of a short one, but I thought I'd throw it in anyway. The next creature are the otta.
Otters.
Pretty much
They're
just
literally otters.
pretty much just copy and paste otters, except these guys look more alien looking.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, like a majority of other animals on this list, are native to the Gungan swamps of Naboo.
Okay.
But yeah, just copy and paste otters, pretty much like the loft cats, copy and paste cats, so on and so forth. Let me see. The next creature are what is called the Parabo. And I'm just looking at it and I'm just thinking, kiwi. They're basically kiwis.
Yeah, they look like ugly kiwis.
Yeah, and these guys are
They
native.
just have longer legs.
Yeah, they have longer legs. These guys are native to the desert world of Lok, and they are known as cowardly insectivores. And these guys basically serve no problems to other sentient race. They're just there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, obligatory creature to throw in. We are overexposed to this creature a good amount, but they are the very embodiment of cute in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. Say it with me, Hannah. The Porg.
The babies are actually kind of cute. They're just little puffballs.
Yeah, they are little puff balls. Let me see. By the way, Hannah, want to know what the babies are called?
What?
Porglets.
Porglets?
Porglets.
Aww.
Yeah, they are just so adorable. Yeah, they're pretty much like puffins. They love water. They love nesting on rocky cliffs. They're overly curious. Let me see.
Insert the picture of the porg going through hyperspace.
Yeah, them are fucking porg. Ruffles the force sensitive porg, ladies and gentlemen. They're pretty derpy looking, but you know, I personally don't mind the porgs.
They're cute.
They are pretty cute, especially when they're animated cartoon style. I always love that.
Mm-hmm. They're cute, but they're also good fodder to shoot out of an airlock.
Oh my god, Hannah. Yeah, the D&D one of my fucking players disdains porgs. It's so hilarious.
Yep.
You want to know what a group of porgs are called, Hannah?
What?
A murder.
It's just like a murder of crows.
But a murder of porgs.
Do you know what a group of parrots is called?
It's at the tip of my tongue, but enlighten me, Hannah.
A pandemonium.
A pandemonium, god damn it. Did you know that a group of baboons is called?
What?
A congress.
Ha.
I always love that one so much.
Anyway.
But yeah, porgs, we already know about them. Don't need to go over them. Just throwing it out there. The next one are called puffer pigs.
Okay, that's so ugly it's cute.
Another ugly cute for the win. Yeah, if it isn't obvious, this creature appears in the Rebels TV show.
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing about the puffer pig, they are apparently mammalian pig animals that even though they look nothing like pigs, but whatever, I'll let it slide.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are native to the planet of Cryo's world. That's literally what it's called, Hannah.
Okay.
They normally live in mines and rocks, being very capable of smelling out valuable minerals, very similar to how pigs sniff out truffles.
Mm-hmm.
As such, the puffer pig is very valuable among smugglers and miners, as they have the efficiency of smelling out minerals to beat out a dozen mining scanners.
Okay.
So these guys have pinpoint sniffing out mineral accuracy. Like, hey, do you have a puffer pig? We sure could use it to sniff out a deposit of Beskar. Yeah, sure. Oh, it's over there. Go get it. But yeah, the puffer pigs are also appropriately known because when they feel threatened, they inflate their entire body.
Like pufferfish.
Like pufferfish, but because there's there's an episode where it introduced the puffer pig, and Zeb, he scares the puffer pig so much that it blows up and
Oh,
well, not it literally explodes, but it puffs up and it blocks the entire corridor for the ghost crew.
that's funny.
It's all like, Zeb, why did you have to scare the pig? I didn't! It just looked at me and poof!
That's funny.
It is so funny. But despite their cute appearance and their valuable skill as miner sniffers, they are actually consumed.
They're eating just like pigs.
Yeah, there's even a thing called puffer pig bacon.
That makes me wonder what that would actually taste like.
You know, I'm actually curious too, because I think they sell them as Galaxy's Edge.
Damn it, if only Disney wasn't so expensive.
If only. One of these days, Hannah, we'll go out there for vacation.
It'd be fun.
It would be fun. But let me go ahead and move on. The next creature, it is what is called a rugger. Here we go.
Okay. Weird fucking fluffy duck rabbit looking thing.
Oh man. So yeah, the rugger is a fluffy herbivorous rodent native to, say it with me,
Like
the
herbivore.
moon the moon of Endor.
Endor.
Yeah.
Say herbivore.
Herbivore. Sorry, I'm having a pronunciation issue apparently.
Yes, you are.
These guys are considered cute to many species in the galaxy.
Fair enough. I don't think it's cute.
Yeah. They normally live in grassy plains. They actually come in two varieties. The grassy plains variant has yellow fur. The tree variant has greenish white.
Mm-hmm.
They commonly eat nuts and berries while hibernating during the cold winter seasons. The domesticated ruggers are kept as pets by the wealthy on Coruscant.
Of course.
And they are specifically bred to have white hair to make them look more appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Just a brief little one there. But the next one is also even briefer. Here is what is called a sand sloth.
A sand sloth.
A sand sloth.
That doesn't look like a sloth.
I know. Despite the name, it actually looks pretty adorable.
That is pretty cute. I wanna pet it. I just bury my face in the fur.
These guys are native to the world of Anno and are normally used as beasts of burden, and that's pretty much all I have on them.
That's fine.
Yeah. Apparently they caused a lot of trouble for C-3PO a couple of times, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of minor things about them. Uh, this one kind of borders on ugly cute, is what is called a Shanoput. There we go.
Weird, hairless looking cat nightmare creature.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of an Eye.
Yes, they do.
These
The babies are
guys,
cute, though.
yeah, the babies are really adorable. A lot of these creatures, they make up for it with their adorable babies.
Yes.
These guys are carnivorous marsupials native to the Gungan swamps of Naboo.
Of course.
Naboo and Endor get all the cool, cute shit.
As if, as if Naboo didn't get enough animals.
Yeah, they normally dwell in trees where they snatch avians, rodents, and other small mammals with their long hooked talons. Though very grimly enough, they have a small mouth and are known to cut up its prey to make it more manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Females give birth to more young than they could provide milk for, leaving the weaker ones to die. So very natural selection sort of parenting.
Yep.
The blood of these creatures are poisonous to most predators, and the Gungans actually distill their blood as a effective bleaching agent.
Okay.
These guys can also be kept as pets, as a Wookiee member of a New Republic Senate is known to keep one.
Nice.
Yeah. We're in the final leg now, Hannah, don't worry. You might be familiar with this creature. We briefly touch upon it in our D&D campaign. Here is what is called the Strill.
I know what the Strill is. I like the Strill.
Yeah, the Strill are pretty cool.
Mandalorian hunting dogs.
Yeah, they kind of look like a cross between a giant rat and a dog.
I like the more dog canon because Mandalorians need hunting dogs. That's pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. The Strill are a species of highly intelligent carnivorous mammal native to, well, Mandalore.
Gee, no shit.
Yeah, they have 6 legs, they have loose flaps of leathery skin, they are generally unattractive looking to many races, but I think they're pretty cute, ugly adorable anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they produce a potent odor that is off-putting for many male humanoids.
Okay.
Their wide mouths are filled with sharp teeth, which are powerful enough to crush human skulls.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, don't be
badass.
on the bad. Yeah, they are pretty badass. Let me see. They are also durable enough to withstand cold temperatures for extended periods of time and have hearing far more acute than humans. So very appropriate for the Mandalorians to have equally durable dogs.
Mm-hmm.
While their odor is appalling to male sentients, generally it's assumed over time the male just get used to it because it's all like their ability as hunting dogs kind of outweighs the odor and the ugly smell, so who cares? It interestingly enough doesn't affect the smell of females.
Okay.
So it only smells ugly to males, whereas females are like, I don't smell anything.
It's like they always constantly smell wet dog, but no one else smells anything.
Yeah, pretty much. And this odor between different genders, assumingly, is attributed greatly to their effectiveness as hunters, which I assume means they're able to sneak up on a carrying mother creature and pounce on them. That's my assumption, at least. Just like dogs, they are capable of understanding verbal commands and sensing the feelings of sentience around it. They are normally territorial creatures, and domesticated Strails rarely leave their owner's side and have a maternal instinct to protect their owner's child.
Oh, that's cute.
And it brings up a point where they even construct their own nest for the child.
That's so cute.
Like they would gather shirts, cotton, whatever is available to them, make a nest, and be like, "Hey, child, go into the nest. Go into the nest now. You need to be protected."
Mm-hmm.
They are known as a Mandalorian's best friend, both as a family companion and hunting partner, pretty much like dogs in our own world.
Nice.
Like, there are many prominent Mandalorians throughout history that have known to have at least one Strel by their side. Even Mandalore the Avenger owned a Strel.
Shay did?
Yep, she did.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's a pretty nice little fact that Shay Vizsla owned a Strel. Would have loved to see it in SWTOR, but
I would have loved to see it
too. These guys, you know how like dogs can live up to what 20 years? No. Is it 20 years? No, it's 15 years.
At the most 15 years. I've seen dogs live up to 19 years, but Strels can live for a very fucking long time.
Exactly 300 to 400 years, Hannah.
Yep.
And these guys pretty much are present throughout multiple generations of a Mandalorian clan. They're kind of like family heirlooms, so to speak. There's even a Strel named Lord Maradillin, which is yeah. I just think it's kind of funny that they gave the name of this one Strel Lord. Yeah. Let me see. But yeah, that's the Strel. Think they're pretty cool looking. Would love more artistic depictions of them. But yeah. That's the second to last animal. You ready for the last one, Hannah?
Yes.
The Strel were kind of a ugly adorable, so I think it's fair.
Oh, they're adorable.
Yeah, they're adorable, but that first picture makes them look ugly.
Okay.
But we're going to set this off, Hannah, with a little bit of a goofy bang. This next creature are what is called the Vorshok.
Vorshok. That's a furry Goomba with 4 legs. That's a fucking Goomba.
I didn't even think of Goomba, but yeah, I can now see it being a furry Goomba.
It's a furry Goomba with buck teeth and 4 legs and a tail.
That is so hilarious, Hannah. It's me! Holy crap! What the fuck happened to you?
Reminds me of fucking Wildcat. Goomba, fuck you!
God damn, Hannah. Alright, before I reveal it to you, do you want to guess what planet they are from?
It looks like Endor.
Yeah, they are native to the planet of Endor. Yay! Okay, so briefly getting their lore out of the way. The Vorshok are also known as bark eaters, as you probably see from that SIGINT image there.
Yes.
They have powerful front teeth that allow them to eat the trees of Endor and are seen as pests to the Ewoks because, well, they live in tree homes and they obviously don't want them to collapse from this motherfucking furry Goomba lookalike.
Uh-huh.
But fortunately, these guys can be tamed with love potions.
Love potions.
Love potions, Hannah. Nothing like a motherfucking taming potion, just love potions.
Okay.
And yeah, that is how I'm ending this list with this very goofy, furry Goomba looking fucker.
I'll have to send you the sound clip of what I'm talking about with the Goomba fuck you, but it'll make you laugh.
Goomba, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you.
But yeah, that is all the cute, ugly looking animals I came across in this. There's probably a lot I'm missing, but those are the main ones that I thought were pretty cool and adorable, obviously.
Yeah.
It was just a massive rabbit hole that I had to go through. But you got any parting words? Anything you want to share, Hannah?
Nope, not really.
Got any personal favorites that I've shown to you that you didn't know about previously?
What was it? The Kaibuck was good. The God, there were so many.
There are so many. The more fucking Nemodian parrot got you.
Yeah, the first one was good. The Tuca, Convor. It just mostly the furry creatures.
Yeah, the furry creatures. Yeah, the bouncers.
And of course, the Tuca.
Yeah, the Tuca and the bouncers you loved.
Yeah, the bouncers were cute.
Yeah, they are pretty adorable. That is our episode of Can Mayonnaise Kill a Jedi? Or in this case, how many cute/ugly creatures can we say go Googa over? But anyway, you want to know what our next episode is going to be about, Hannah?
What are we talking about next time?
So, I had to do a lot of digging for suggestions and topics you wanted to cover. And I decided, you know what? It's been a while since we did a SWTOR-centric episode. So I decided we are going to cover, Hannah, the Eternal Empire.
Hell yeah!
I remember that you were talking about wanting to explore Zakuul more, but there's just so little lore on Zakuul. I decided, you know what? I might as well make this
with the Eternal Empire. That's cool.
Yeah, I think you probably are more well-knowledge on this compared to me, but I think it's going to be fun to explore it together.
I played through Knights of the Eternal Throne and Knights of the Fallen Empire twice.
Yes, you did.
I know the majority of what goes on with what has gone on with the Eternal Empire.
Oh boy. But yeah, that is, I hope you guys enjoyed this much more chillax episode of Can Mayonnaise Kill a Jedi. I definitely had a lot of fun going through all the cute animals. If you want, we might do another episode like this, except exploring different types of animals. But we'll see when we get around to that. But I'm really excited for the future of this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful day. May the Force be with you, and this is the way.
May the Force be with you, and for upcoming March, happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Bye-bye.